see. Let me move this right quick. Remove this. And I think we are good. Okay, we're live. We are live. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? Welcome back to a new episode of You Have a Collect Call From. What up, Renee? What up, Butterfly? Let's see who else is here. Neat Sua? Sheen Gators. Let me say what up, Dan. Man, every time I see Dan, I want to say darling. Let's see what's up, Redneck. Let me see who else is in here. What up, Mickey the man? How's it going? How are you doing today? What up, Sabrina? All right, there it is. There, we're getting the video call in right now. So right now we're gonna be doing some video visits. All right. Hopefully everything's working good. Hello, hello.
There you go.
What up? What up? How's it going today? How are you doing today, Ernie?
It's been a hot day over here.
Has it?
Heck yeah.
Yes, so.
Well, it's San Diego weather,
There it is. There it is.
but it's been a good day.
That's always a plus, man. That's always a plus.
Yes.
All
And
right.
I just got back from group. As a matter of fact,
What kind of group are you attending?
oh, it's called the LWOP Alliance. LWOP Alliance group.
Hey, and for those individuals that are not familiar with LWOP, what does LWOP stand for?
LWOP stands for Life Without Parole, meaning that that's the sentence that I was sentenced to when I got convicted, and meaning that you don't have a chance to ever get out or come home or get a parole hearing or anything like that. It means a slow death, in other words.
You know what?
That's
So I've been meaning to ask you. So when you got sentenced, how long did it take for you to actually come to the realization that life without parole, that's what it meant? Was it instantly? Did it take you years?
honestly, it did took me a couple years to really grasp the concept of it, the full meaning of it, like life without parole, without that part, just the without parole. Cause I knew the life part, like yes, life or life. Back in the '90s, if you got life, meant that you're just never getting out. So I thought that that was part of it, but I just didn't understand the without parole part. It took me a few years, and I've never really talked about it. Like, oh, meaning like what I mean is like I never bothered to think about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be getting out one day or anything like that. I was depressed, like depressed, and then we mask it, or I maxed it with drugs, alcohol and drugs and stuff, and I would feel the pain, like man, just but like I said, I just mask it with if it wasn't with substance abuse, it was with violence or the aggression, you know. But yes, for the first few years, I didn't really understand what LWOP really meant. And other people would be like, "Oh man, you got LWOP, man. Sorry to hear that." And I just didn't think much of it. So, I'm like, "Sorry for what?" But then later on, within time, I started meeting other LWOPs as well, other individuals that were sentenced to the same time as me, and I related to them. I related to the hopelessness, That's what I related to, and But I started understanding, like, man, I'm never getting out, no matter what I do or what anybody does for me or whatever anybody says on my behalf. Anything like that. Like, I'm still not never getting out, and so it's just there's nothing I can do.
So I put some of the chat up here, Ernie. I'm not sure if you could see it. Let me see, because we got to do have a question, but actually, you know what? You can't see it on here. Let me read it off from here. Let me see if we got a question from Brittany Ann, and she's asking, how hard is it to maintain relationships with people on the outside?
Relationships, like friendships, like
I would assume
I'm
like any type of relationship, whether it's your family members, maybe like a girlfriend or just friends in general. Like what has your experience been in general with any type of relationship that you've had?
um friends, friendships, like it's with family. Like, family is always like there. You know, I mean, um, it's not like difficult to have a relationship with people out there because it's about communication. That's what it's really about. You know, getting to understand one another and respecting each other's feelings and emotions and giving each other space if needed, and that emotional support, that moral support, you know. So that's not difficult to offer, to give. But of course, it takes maturity. A man that has matured, that could understand. That could understand and just be able to practice honesty, patience, uh, um, things like that. Those are all important. Trust. It's all important in any relationship, friendship relationship. And I'm referring to family relationships with family members, with your children, and even with significant other. It's the same concept. Um, and so, like I said, it's just uh, the person in here, like the person in my shoes, has to be mature, uh, um, to make a relationship last, to maintain it. Because if not, the immatureness will show up real quick, and it's a recipe for disaster right away.
Thank you, Ernie. Thank you. Appreciate that. We got a bunch of people in here. We got Sarah. She writes hey. We got Cowgirl. She wrote hi. Let me see what else do we got. Let me see. Ray J. Hey, oh man, we got Ray J. We got Ray Jennings in here. He writes, it's definitely complicated considering the circumstances. And Ray J, I'm not sure if you're into watching Dateline NBC, but he was wrongfully convicted and he was exonerated, I believe, after 11 years. He was a security guard up in Lancaster, and there was a young lady that was unalived, and they ended up pinning it on him, and he went through the system, and he's been out, I think, for about 9 years. I want to say now at this, either 11 or 9 years. He's been out at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
That's good. No, I've never seen that, or no, but I mean, that's good. Yeah. Wow.
yeah,
Oh,
man, yeah.
I'm getting excited. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good
man.
stuff.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, especially you know what he was in the army, and and it definitely turned his life upside down, and he had to pick up the pieces when he was finally let out, and I've seen it a couple times. I had popped up on TV because I do like watching Daylight NBC, And one of the fellows back at the Centinela ended up making that connection for me, and I was like, man, what, really? I looked it up. I was like, man, I think I've heard of that story, and I went back and I played back the videos, and I was like, oh man, I'm definitely familiar with his story.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm speechless. You know.
Hey,
Yes.
it's a trip because that's not something that you hear about every day. You do hear about people being convicted wrongfully, but you don't hear somebody getting exonerated and being and being released. So it is something that's rare. That I haven't that he would be the first of the first person that has been exonerated.
My screen is black.
Is it now?
I
We
can't.
we, we could still see you though.
Really?
Yeah, hey,
Damn.
Ray J wrote he's speechless, laughing out loud.
Yeah. You know, it's like, man. What's crazy? It's like, man. I wish I could. The screen is dark, man. I can't see.
But we're good. We could see you. We could still see you, and we got audio and video. So that's all. That's as long as it's not freezing up. It's a good day with GTL.
It's like, I just, like I've been here. I've been in.
Oh man, I spoke too soon. Oh man, so I'm assuming. Do you know him? I don't know him. I don't know him personally. I've never met him in person. I met him through one of the fellas back in the Centinela State Prison. He made the connection last year, and we finally got around to it. He's doing his interview now, so that's where we're at. Hey, what's up, Starlight? How's it going? So I'll go ahead and take the opportunity. Let me read some of these comments right here. Let me see. Cowgirl, hey, what's up, Cowgirl? How's it going? Starlight, how's it going? Welcome back. And let me see. Does he have a team who fought for the chance of freedom? I'll go ahead and ask him right now. So, or when he calls back, the call, we were 11 minutes on this call before it went down. So we'll just go and wait for him to call back. And once he calls back, then we'll go ahead and continue. Oh, I know what's wrong with this thing. It's backwards. I mirrored this damn thing. Let me fix it up really quick. Let me see. Transform. What am I gonna see? Reset. Oh no. There we go. Here we go. All right. Okay, he's calling back. Let's see. Or he's videoing back in. All right, Ernie.
It hanged up.
Hey, I guess I spoke too soon, right?
Yeah. What I was trying to say is, like, I've been in here, going on 28 years, and now the laws are changing and stuff, and people are now getting that second chance to come home, especially after what happened with the Menendez brothers. They took their LWOP off, and I'm gonna say it like this: the other day, the reason why I'm saying this, right? The other day, they I was told that on Echo Yard and in Delta Yard, D Yard, they already pulled down some individuals with LWOP, and they already told them to, hey, get ready for your psych eval, which is your what is it? CRA, the comprehensive risk assessment. And basically what that is kind of like a mini board. You're gonna go see the psych, and he or she, the psych, is gonna evaluate you whether you're a high risk, moderate risk, or a low risk if they decide to let you out. And the next step after that is actually appearing before the board. So that's what's starting to happen now. And so, I don't even have parole plans ready. I'm barely drafting up a relapse prevention plan. I've been doing the work. However, it's been 8 years, a little like 8 years and a half, something like that. And I've been doing the work, but it takes time. You know, you just can't force that. Change is not forced. It change. It takes time. And but you know, what I was getting at is just basically is like, man, I've been in here going on 28 years, and just trying to figure out, you know, how to get support out there. You know, like I don't know, to for example, like getting jobs lined up. Like I never thought of that. You know, like I don't know anybody out there that help me get a job lined up for me or anything like that. So it's kind of like nerve wracking. It's where I'm at right now. Mentally, but excited because I got high hopes that you know um, one day they'll open the doors for me as well.
Hey, you know what? And to change the subject, I was thinking about something earlier on in the day. You know how you were talking about insight, and that's something that I didn't know about previously to starting this channel up. I had no idea. So, but that was a word that was, I was talking to these gentlemen that were sentenced to life, and they would throw the word insight around. And I never knew, I didn't know what it meant until I started inquiring about it, and they kind of broke it down to me. And you spoke about that the other day when you finally figured out that even though you were not the shooter, you had a hand in what ended up happening in that drive-by shooting. And I think a lot of us don't understand that, that haven't gone to prison on insight. But from hearing their stories, I've looked back in my life in situations that I wasn't the aggressor or active participant, but there was things that I did that caused certain things to happen. And fortunately for me, the people that got hurt, they didn't press any charges. But it's that easy. Even if you're not the one, pulling the trigger or cutting somebody up. And I want to go ahead and thank you guys for giving me, helping me out with the word insight, and looking back and within myself, and looking back at my life, and realizing that I could have easily been in a situation like that, even if I wasn't the one that actually did the actions.
Yeah, insight is well, back then, um I've I got 8 years in doing the work. So I have a good understanding of what insight is, and the different elements of insight. um but however, years back though, I didn't understand what that was. That was foreign to me. I didn't, I couldn't explain nothing to you. If anything, I would just blame everybody else except me. I would play the victim role, like, oh, poor me. But no, today insight is real important. That's the only way you're gonna ever have a chance to come home. Understanding who you were before the crime happened, during the night of the crime, and even after the crime. You know, um, who you were. What is, like, Ernie? What is your why? Why why did you allow this to happen? Why did you decide to take somebody's life? What made you capable or callous to want to take another human being's life? And so insight is basically self-reflect, looking within yourself. It's looking at the inner like it's a lot of work. And the ones in here that have done the work, they understand that lingo. And not only that, you don't have to speak anything about it inside, but I'll just see it through your behavior. You can see it. Like, man, this dude, he doesn't act like these other dudes, because he's done the work. You can see it through his behavior, like being respectful, being honest, having integrity, valuing friendships with honesty. Because many times in the neighborhood, we value the homie friendship type relationship, but with all deception and dishonesty. It's crazy how that sounds, but that was our integrity. We it's the opposite now. Today I have integrity in doing things that are right. You know, as opposed to having integrity, getting things done when it needed to be done. I could be reliable. That was the opposite, the negative integrity. If that makes any sense.
No, I for sure get you. I understand the whole concept of it. Because when you're out there doing it, and you're around a bunch of like-minded individuals that are trying to obtain, the same, the same, the same either status or monetary gain. You guys are all on the same page, so you're not helping, each other, move in a positive way.
Yeah.
Hey, so let me ask you something. So, when you guys were when you were driving the car and you had you had the shooter, and then you had your buddy that was in the wheelchair. Do you feel like everybody was equally guilty of what happened that night, or do you feel like for instance, the guy in the wheelchair, obviously, he can't control his body, and he was gonna go wherever you were gonna take him, but was he being vocal about the whole situation, or what was his state of mind? Was he like, yeah, I'm ready to do this, or he didn't say anything about it?
No, he was all for it. He was all for it. Like, yeah, let's go see. Or like, even in like when my passenger started arguing with the individual on the um on the curve. He's like, yeah, I mean, both of us. I was even saying it, like, yeah, get that fool. So he was all for it, but like I said, once he got arrested, like, he couldn't take the heat, he couldn't handle it, and that's how we ended up getting arrested, because he got arrested first, and I mean, now it's like I said, it's almost 28 years later. Now it's like, man, I don't blame him, like, I can't blame him, like, he did what he did, and that's it, but did I have anger towards him back then? Hell yeah. Like, I felt betrayed, you know I was like, man, don't let me catch you. Yeah, don't let me catch you somewhere in the county, but that was my mind, my
Yeah.
mindset back then. And but today, now, no, I'll leave him alone. Like, I don't I don't feel no ill will towards him or nothing like that. Nah, man, just the past is the past. It's gone, man. And that's it. But after we got arrested, yeah, I felt like I was less culpable. Like, nah, it's not all my fault. I was just a driver.
Yeah.
You know. But in reality, no, I'm just as guilty and just as responsible as the shooter. How is by I was a gang member that night. I was I was there I shared the ideologies of the gang, and so you know, my beliefs help pull that trigger. You know,
Yeah,
so
for sure. So and another thing I was thinking about, because I know you kind of glossed through it with when you were involved in that riot, and you ended up stabbing an individual, and eventually some things transpired. I'm not exactly sure if it was in that order, but you were asked to do some things, and you decided not to do it. Can you take us, can you take us back and give us a little bit more details in regards to what happened, and how you ended up walking away from the from your former gang, and were you required to give up any information, like to debrief, because that's a word that you hear being thrown out here a lot, is that when people cross over from GP over to SNY, that they have to give up information. So
can I call you back real quick before it hangs up?
nah, for sure, yeah, you
It,
definitely can.
it's gonna hang up right now.
Okay, for sure.
So let me call you back.
Okay, all right, we'll be
Okay.
waiting.
All right.
All right, so Ernie's gonna call us back. He's gonna call us right back, and once he does, then we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and continue. Let me see. Ali writes, I feel bad. Yeah, 40 seconds. Yep, the clock was ticking, and I'm trying to fix something on my screen over here. So hopefully my phone doesn't give out right now. All right, let me close this up here and wait for the other call to come in. Let's see, let me close this up. And I know somebody asked me earlier if I'm gonna be doing some court hearings. Obviously, right now I'm not gonna be doing them because I'm in the middle of this phone call. But like I always say, if you do like watching those hearings, I'm always running them on a daily basis on YT. They are running on YT right now. I'm running Maricopa right now, and I mean, sorry, I'm running Pima, and Maricopa should be starting up in the next few minutes. So you're more than welcome to jump over there. Hello, hello.
Hello. We're back.
We're back, and we're back. All right, Ernie. So yeah, so I was asking you about your whole experience. What was it like? What ended up happening that made you cross on over.
Okay. um, I can say that um, after the after the riot, and like I said, I ended up stabbing somebody in a riot, and I went to the back to the hole, and they gave me a shoe, and so you know, being back there, I was back there for like a year, but being back there in the hole in North Kern, and you know, like I just wanted to leave that place, um, but then I was asked if I was willing to do another favor, you know, and these favors are pretty much is imposing violence on another person, you know. That's what these favors are. It ain't like, hey, can you buy me a beer, you know. So they asked me to do this favor and to take care of somebody, you know, to move in with somebody and take care of them. And so I already knew what that meant, and so I had said no, you know, go ask somebody else, you know, and I knew the consequences of saying no, you know. There's consequences behind it, and um, so they're just like, okay, all right. And so I knew something was gonna happen. I just didn't know when. And so one day or one morning, I go to the mini yard. The mini yard is like having like 15, 20 guys in one little cage, and so for like 2 hours or 3 hours, we're just there. That was our yard. Well, one morning, they all went in there. I was the last one, and before you know it, there's two people on. Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah,
see me?
yeah, we can hear you. Yep.
Damn, it went blank again.
Now we're good. We're good. We can hear you.
Oh, there it is. And so, um, um, oh, they said they love my hat. Thank you. It's just a gray hat. It's not a Dodger hat, but I wish it was. Or a Laker hat. um, so I was saying that, before you know it, two guys just get on me, and they one starts holding my hand, trying to slice me with a razor blade in his hand, and he's swinging it all in front of me, and I'm trying to get loose, but he's holding my hand because we try to shake each other's hand, and that's how it started. And so then the next person comes behind me, and he starts stabbing me in the back, and so I'm just going crazy. I'm just swinging, fighting, and I wouldn't stop because now I knew what time it was. Like, oh crap, I just went on survival mode, and I just kept fighting, and cops were shooting at us, and not the Mini 14, but they call the Big Bertha, and so after a while we all got down, and so you know um, long story short, um, I just gave it some thought after months went by, and I just got tired. I was just like, you know what? All the things I did for these people, and this is how they return the favor. Like wow. Like it was an eye opener for me. Like you know what? I'm good, man. And so yeah, I just chose another route, and I just chose to come to this side, and then but by me, me saying choosing to come to this side didn't mean that I just I want to come to this side because I want to go home or I want to program. No, I was still
You still have
with
that
my
mentality.
that gang member mentality. I was still a criminal. I was still a gang member. I got involved in different things over here. I was always going to the hole. Nothing really changed. You know, so I was still doing what I was doing, um, and I was still drinking, still getting high, doing all that. And fast forward all the way to 2017. That's when I just got tired. I just got tired, like and it just so happened that I assaulted another inmate on January 2017, and that's when I was like, you know what, I'm good, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to put my hands on nobody. I don't want to be violent, be aggressive. I don't want to be angry no more. Like, I'm good. I'm tired. I just want to feel peace. I just estaba cansado, you know, of the madness. I already knew what getting high was to its fullest. I've overdosed before, so I already knew that. Like what that felt like. I woke up at CTC, handcuffed to the metal bed, wondering what the hell happened. I'm crying. because I have the nurse right there telling me, "You're lucky to be alive. You're lucky," and I'm like, "Damn." And all I can think of in that moment was my daughters. Like, damn, I don't want to leave them. So that's what I mean by I'm just tired. Like, I wanted something different. I wanted a new life, and I just rededicated my life to the Lord, and just started focusing more on my spiritual walk, my growth. You know, reading the Word of God and growing in my knowledge in Christ. And so it's been since then till this till now till today till this day, this present day right now. We're on the 21st.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
and I've been sober, I've been clean, I haven't had no write-ups, I haven't fought with nobody, gracias a Dios, like I'm good. you know and so yeah, I just feel peace, I feel better about myself, I respect myself today, I love myself today, I'm proud of myself, I'm proud of the choices that I make today, and I have my self-esteem. My self-esteem comes from doing good, helping other people, being of service. Yeah, just all these different things. But
So, because a lot of people focus on, once you go on, to PC, they assume that people are weak, and what I want to show is that there is life after SNY. SNY doesn't define who you are, as an individual. We all have past, and you're moving forward with your life, and you're not on the same path that you were the path that you were on, and
yeah,
if you want to change, then you can change. Let me ask you, as far as change, how many like-minded individuals are located right there where you're at? Like the percentage wise, is it like 10%, 20%? Like how big is it? Because obviously, like you mentioned, when you went crossed over, you were still on that negative tip, and you were still looking for problems. So how many people are on a positive tip where you're at?
um, there's there's a little handful. It's not a lot. There's it's because it's a mixture of people here because it's a non-designated and it's a level two, and so you still got your spice heads. There's a bunch of them. There's we call them spice heads. I don't know what that is, but I know they smoke it and they get all twacked out. And like zombies and stuff. You know, and but the community that is doing good on the right path, it's a small one, and we all know who we are, like because we all come together, and we're like a little community. We hold each other accountable. We help each other with little things that we need, whatever it is, you know, and that's real important in here to have that positive support, that little community, like-minded individuals. Yes.
And at the beginning, how hard is it, to stay on that path? Once you said like, hey, I'm tired of this life, and I've done all of this. Once you decided to change, how hard or how easy is it to follow that path?
It's it's not easy at first because it wasn't easy for me, and I see that it's not easy for other people. Now that I know the difference, I see it in other people, and so it wasn't easy for me because I was still okay. This is how I was. Like, I don't want to be violent no more, but I'm gonna still get high. I don't want to be fighting people. I don't want to be aggressive, but I still want to drink wine. Um, so it was a progression, a process, and uh, um, eventually I stopped getting high. I stopped drinking, but I couldn't do it by myself. I needed other people to help me. I needed a support group. I needed uh, 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 I needed healing within myself, and that was my healing came. Honestly, it just came through my relationship with Jesus Christ. You know, the Lord, my Savior, and that's where I found my healing. Where it's like, if He's able to forgive me, why can't I forgive myself? And so that's how it was. It's not easy in the beginning, but eventually, if you want change, you will make it happen.
Man, that's what's up. Congratulations, Ernie. I know a lot of people were congratulating you in the chat. I'm not sure if you were able to see that on the screen, but yeah, they're they've been dropping some comments on here. I know I saw one from Ray J a moment ago. Let me see.
Yeah,
Let me see if I could find it here. I think I might have lost it. But yeah, a lot of people were putting a lot of
I see them.
positive comments right there for you, Ernie.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel? When you read these when you read these positive messages.
Now it makes me feel good. That people are all, they care. Like I don't know these people, but they're listening in, and that means a lot to me. Just itself, like they're taking their time to listen to me, listen to my story, and then them putting up comments like that. It just shows that that's humanity right there at its finest. You know, uh, uh, um, People care, and it's gonna hang up.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, call back. I still got some fatty on the count, so call back.
Because somebody had next.
Ah. All right, so I'm assuming he said somebody wants to jump on the kiosk and he's hogging it up. They might not be too happy with him, so we'll wait around to check if he's able to reconnect with us, or if not, then hopefully he calls us via phone, and we'll go ahead and continue via phone till the kiosk opens up once again. Let me say what up, big dog 6969. You got this, Ernie. Let me see. Eduardo writes, keep your head up, homie. I will be good, right? Let me see. Hey, what's up, Smoggy Lantern? Hey, what up, Renee? Let me see. I was in tears hearing him on day one. Definitely, these a lot of stories are very very emotional. Let me see, Renee. I'm proud of him. So hey, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I was saying, I know a lot of you guys are here, are expecting these hearings, that I do with Maricopa and Pima. But sometimes I like to jump on these calls here, and connect with gentlemen like Ernie. Let me see. Did you see the guy on? Nah, I didn't. I saw the video pop up on my screen, but I haven't taken a look at it. Man, I'm always getting stuff like that on my feed. So, but yeah, I haven't. Let me see. It's Eduardo. So you know him or not? I don't know him personally. I met him. So pretty much it's been like a chain link effect. And what I mean by that is I had a homie that crossed over to SNY maybe like 3 years ago, and he ended up hitting Centinela. And I had ran the idea by him that I wanted to start up a YT page and a TT page where I would interview individuals that were incarcerated. So it's from talking to one individual, they'll refer another individual. So it's just kind of been going like that. That's how I've connected. It's been through word of mouth, and they'll tell me like, hey, I feel like this individual would be a good fit for what you're trying to push out. And that individual will tell somebody else, and it's just been a domino effect. So that's how I connect with these individuals. Can you give me info on how to put money on his books? If you want to do that, I would just say is there's an app called JPay, or there's another one by GTO. I think it's called the Connected app, and you just have to provide his name and his CDCR number and the prison he's at, and you could drop some money in his book if you would like. That's just to throw this out there. That's not the reason that I do these lives. I don't want anybody to feel obligated to provide either myself or any of these individuals with any type of monetary gain. But if you do so, I'm sure he would appreciate it. And if you are serious about it, you could send me a message, and I could provide you like the apps and his information if you would like. I'm not gonna mention it to him just because I wouldn't want to get him like all excited and expect something, and nothing, nothing comes about it. People from time to time will drop messages like that, and nothing, it doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, there it is. He's calling right back. All right, damn, Ernie hugging up the kiosk.
Hey man, we gotta get it in.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't want to fight nobody, but
They were like Ernie, man, like Ernie's been hugging up he's been hugging up the kiosk all week. What's up with him?
yeah, yeah, man, yeah. But it's
Yeah,
good. It's good.
yeah,
I
for sure.
No, yeah, I just was saying that it feels good to see that people do care even though they don't know you, and it means a lot. Like I said, it's just uh, um, I've been in here all these years and stuff, so you know um, it's just yeah, it's just a good feeling, man, that people care. That's it.
For
You
sure.
know.
And I just want to throw this out there. If anybody has any questions for Ernie, I'll be more than happy to. I know earlier on you guys were asking questions. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, get to them. But if you have questions for him, I'll be more than happy to, read them off, or he can even see them on the screen. So if you guys are curious about anything, feel free to, drop some questions in there.
Yeah, I'll try to answer as best as I can.
Let me see. So we got one from 314, and they're asking how many years he has left.
Well, I still have LWOP until it's a process that they're starting to do for LWOPs. They take you to like a CRA interview type, and then from there they're gonna start giving LWOPs the chance to appear before the parole board, and then if you're not ready to be released, like if you're not ready, they'll give you a 3-year denial, a 5-year denial, or a 7-year denial. And the denial in itself is really good from my position as an LWOP, because that means like, you know what? It's like this. They're telling you, or they're telling me, you know what? You're not ready yet. We're gonna deny you 3 years, so come back. We're gonna call you back in another 3 years, and then we're gonna hopefully by then you'll be ready. So what that tells me is that okay, next time around, they might give me a chance this time. So that's how that is being played out right now. It's starting to.
And normally, when they
So
give you a 3-year denial, they also give you like a roadmap of what you're missing. So if like there's some classes
yes,
they feel that would benefit you, they will let you know like, hey, take these classes, or you need to work on this part. And then from what I've seen in the past with individuals that have gone back to the parole board, they'll normally parole them after, as long as they've done whatever the parole
you
boards
come.
asked them for.
Yes, you completed the things that they've asked you for, and they cannot really deny you on anything because you've done your part already that they've asked of you,
Yeah.
and that opens the door for you to go home.
And somebody asked, what prison are you at? And they also asked me how much are these video visits. These video visits are 20 cents a minute, so it's not they're not breaking the bank. Like, and I know in other states, I think they charge like a quarter or 25 or 50 cents a minute in other states, or even like $10 for like a 15-minute call.
Damn!
Yep.
Wow. Where am I at? I'm in San Diego, Donovan, on B yard. B as in boy. and it's a level 2 yard, non-designated. You know, that's where I'm at, and I don't know. I feel like this is where I'm gonna eventually go home from. That's how I'm feeling.
Hey Ernie, let me ask you. Renee is asking if you have any kids, and I know somebody earlier on. I think they had asked if you see your kids.
I do have two grown daughters. My oldest, she's gonna be 30, and then my youngest is 27. Um, and the last time I seen them on a visit was back in 2007 when I was in Kern Valley. Um, and they were just like 12 years old at the time. Um, and the reason, and that's the last time I seen them. Um, the reason being is because me and their mom, we broke up, and then she went her own way, and obviously because the kids got to go with the mom. So you know, but um, I have talked to them every every now and then when I call them on the phone, and so they're doing good. They're staying out of trouble. I do have a grandson, and then a little granddaughter. She's like a year and a half, and so I'm excited. You know, so I'm a grandpa.
And let me see. Let me read off another comment that was dropped by Chad here, and he writes, "My sister was unalived, and it's hard for me to forgive stuff. Just like when we watched the parole board hearing. Yeah, so there's a. I mean, that's understandable. I know different individuals watch these type of streams and whatnot, and there's people that have been impacted um, by crimes like this where family members have been taken away. So everybody's entitled to feel the way they do. Everybody has their own reasons. I'm in the middle right now, just because I like to hear what led you guys down the path that you guys went down, and ultimately how you guys ended up where you guys ended up at.
You're asking me?
No, no, no. I was just reading off the comment, and I was just saying, how I,
Can you read that comment again?
So he
Can you
wrote.
read?
So Chad wrote, "My sister was unalived, and it's hard for me to forgive stuff. Just like when we watch the parole. So sometimes we'll watch. What I'll do is I'll stream like parole board hearings,
Yes.
live, and then we'll listen to what the individuals have to say. And so he's saying that he's just expressing how he feels about.
So his sister passed away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
She was by somebody else. She was murdered.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
In other words, yeah,
I would like to take this moment and say that I'm sorry for your loss. And saying sorry. I know it doesn't change nothing, you know um, it's as if I myself was the perpetrator of that crime to his sister. And you know it's it's horrible. Like no, the guy with the thing on his head. Oh, he's over there. Um, somebody, damn, somebody was asking for the kiosk.
Charlie's homeboy. I'm in the middle of something.
No, I had him waiting. I had him waiting. But back to what I was saying.
Yeah,
Like um, it's just yeah. Sometimes it's a loss for words. Like man, um, I know that I'm doing the best I can to change, to not create another victim. You know, and I'm not trying to say that it's about me right now because it's not. You know, why is he? He's hogging up the phone.
Ernie's been a phone monster.
Yeah, I think this gonna have to be my last one,
Okay.
and give these guys a chance.
Yeah, but like Ernie just got here. He's brand new to his yard and he's already taken over the damn kiosk. Who is this vato here?
Yeah.
He going on Hollywood on us.
Yeah.
All right, Ernie. But yeah, man. So I'm not sure how long I'm not sure how long we've been on this video visit for. But man, hey, I'm sure you could read all these messages up here. A lot of them are positive, so
Yeah.
we do appreciate you guys.
He says, oh, I don't know. This says right there. That one right there. Ernie, I'll miss you. I'm always here for you, even if I don't know you.
Damn, that's what's up. Hey, man, the part, man, that's why I love the internet, man. You could connect with people everywhere. And I'm not sure if I told you this, but we get a lot of people from the UK. We get people from Australia. We get people from New Zealand, from all over the United States, Canada. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing with Ernie, where are you guys tuning in from, so you could get a better understanding of where you guys are coming in from. He said we got Canada. Let me see. Same. Keep your head up. You're almost done. Missouri, Illinois, Mexico City. Damn.
Damn.
Seattle, Washington, Bronx, New York, Canada, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ontario, Canada. Love from Canada, New York, Seattle, Toronto, Canada, Amarillo, Texas, Missouri, Nuevo Mexico. Much love from Seattle,
Yeah. Okay.
Minnesota, MD. I think MD is Maryland, right? Delaware, Northern Ireland. Sheesh, we got the UK up in the
Wow.
casa.
Who's that? Haley from Northern Ireland?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. We got let me see. We got much love from La ZM. What's ZM? La Migra. Is that La Migra? Hey, also, hey,
No.
the big the one and only Big J. He's a CBP. He's a ICE officer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, you never know who's tuning in.
Yep. Yeah, he
You
put it right
know.
there. Much love from La Migra.
That's right.
Hey, you were born here, right, Ernie? You were born.
Yes,
here?
I was.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
Oh man.
My daughters are born over here too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Ernie, man. Hey, man. Well, hey, man. I do appreciate, man, you hitting us up. Anything that you want to say to the audience before we're cut off?
No, no, um, just like I said, Alan Marie. It says, Ernie, have a good night. You
There it
too.
is.
Have a good night. No, I just want to say thank you to all your listeners. You know, thank you for positive comments and for taking their time, like I said, and express that it means a lot because they could easily be doing something else. Everybody out there is on the free world. They could be entertained by something else. And so um, it just feels good to be listened to. And hope I answer their questions as best as I can. And that you guys receive my honesty, and that's it. I try to be transparent. Vamos a hacer otra interview al rato.
We can.
Buenos días, or-
Yeah, hit me up. Either send me a message or give me a call, like tomorrow if you want, and then we could set something up. All right, guys. So, hey, I do appreciate you guys. I'm not. Don't go away. We're gonna do a court session right now. Court just started right now in what is it? Arizona. And let's go ahead and switch it up really quick. Let me get this court. Let me go ahead and get this court session. We're gonna be going to the